Welcome to Writing a Memoir, What Parts to Publish through Bosler Memorial Library. My name is Michelle Williams, and I am happy to be with you on this journey. Let's discover your best story together. In the last session, I hope you assess where you are in your life and gain more insight into how you want to structure your story. In this session, you will start rebuilding your story by arranging events and chapters to keep the reader engaged and get the most out of your memoir. Rebuilding our story with the wholeness it deserves is a matter of ripping apart and piecing it back together like a puzzle. Listening to our story is powerful. When we use tools to have our words spoken, we gain a whole new perspective. We can use software or apps such as Speak or Read Aloud in Word, natural reader text to speech, record someone reading it, or read it out loud to ourselves. We can change portions of the story not sounding correct or just not flowing properly. Listening helps us find new words to better express the fullness of our story. Let's talk about feedback. It is valuable to open ourselves up to the constructive criticism of editors, proofreaders, beta readers, and writing groups. Another's perspective gives new insights into our writing. As a writer, we need to be ready to manage our emotions when receiving feedback on our work. Consider each offering of feedback a gift. We can either allow it to be useful, tuck it away for another time, or dismiss it altogether. The choice is ours and requires some reflection and thought before making that decision. Workshops and writing groups offer feedback not found elsewhere. We need to listen objectively and weed through the evaluations to find what we need. If feedback elicits negative emotions, write about it to find out why the feelings have surfaced. What hurts us usually spotlights something in need of attention. This is all part of the process of writing and should not, I repeat, should not derail us from moving forward in our writing practice. Consider it a chance to further heal. Now let's talk about beta readers. A reader's point of view is important to hear and incorporate into our final draft. Beta readers offer feedback from their perspective and can provide valuable insight to improve our story. Sometimes beta readers want more of something we believe to be insignificant and can show us areas of overcommunication when the segment should be simplified. Thoughtfully evaluate the feedback you receive and take what you need and toss the rest. Let's talk about editing. An editor serves in several capacities and will give you as deep a perspective as you want: content, story flow, or light editing and proofing. Typically, editors will only give you their perspective if they see an element of the story that needs more work, clarity, storyline, or confusing points. It is their job to give feedback for the success of your publication. A trusted editor is worth their weight in gold. Take their advice, work through any negative emotions, and know that they are providing services to make your story a polished gem. Here is a tip. Asking family members or those closest to the story for feedback should be handled separately than responses from your professional writing community. Approach this with attentiveness and work through setting boundaries before asking for critique or opinions. We must prepare ourselves for the emotions and reactions before handing our story over. There is no over-preparation here. We need to work towards discretion and objectivity. If you choose to share your story with those closest to you, please prepare to listen. Listening is key and crucial in understanding others without judgment or offense. We should aim for deep listening when having these intimate conversations with close family or friends. Those closest to us can feel deeply about our wounding without having been a bystander or involved in any life event. We need to be mindful of this and listen to their perspective. Ultimately, our close friends and family will give feedback once we ask, but we should be ready for their answers. This can be an opportunity for open and meaningful discussion to sort through a wide range of issues. We must prepare ourselves for the objectivity and empathy necessary to encourage healthy and productive conversations. Rebuilding our story should offer a clear message to the world, our main point. Be bold in writing the truth and don't compromise those vital portions that remain meaningful and profound. Simply tell the story with the wholeness it deserves by rebuilding the story for the reader to find courage and hope, healing and renewal. With all that feedback on your writing, take what you need and rework your story. Take your outline and chapters. Write the topics on separate sticky notes. Arrange the sticky notes in order of how you think they should flow. Keep them up on a board or a wall. Now, read your outline summaries out loud. Record yourself on your phone or computer. As you hear and speak your words, you will start to see a pattern, a logical way of arranging your story so your reader is engaged. Remember, your reader needs to have hills and valleys, ebbs and flows, excitement and peacefulness. If one of your chapters is really hard to read, full of pain and grief, follow it up with a chapter or two of light, funny, anecdotal writing. Remember your reader. Finally, look at your outline or chapter sticky notes again. Do they still make sense or do chapters need to be rearranged? You can do this over and over until you feel it is in perfect order. Rebuilding takes time. Be patient with yourself and your story. Thanks for joining us for Writing a Memoir through Bosler Memorial Library. Subscribe to the Bosler YouTube channel with notifications on for upcoming courses. Join us next time when we will talk about ways to share your story. People want to read and hear your story. We will get ready to do just that. Until then, be brave, be courageous, and keep writing.